Good morning. It's the first day of September. I just literally rolled out of bed. Let's take a look at the September budget before I do anything else today. Oh, and it's also the first day of my no spend month challenge. Just minutes into it, so doing good so far. Here we go. Now, I am expecting my raise on September 8th. I don't know what that is going to be. HR still has not confirmed that they received my transcript, so I may have to go from the university and just drop them off so that they get them. HR did tell me that they would accept if I scan it in if I were to pick them up in person. So I might end up just doing that to make life easy and know that I am getting the transcripts in by the deadline. So the deadline is September 15th, which means I won't see the raise for my credits this year, probably for 2 or 3 months. I imagine that will have to be back paid. I'm not sure how that works. That's one of the raises. The other raise that I'm getting is because we entered a new contract. It's for several years. And so the first pay with the new contract has the new raise in it, and that will be the September 8th pay. So for right now, I'm leaving my pay at what it's been because I don't know what it's going to be I know how much my raise is. I talked about it in another video. However, once the deductions start for taxes and healthcare and my retirement and all of that, I'm not exactly sure what my take home will be. So right now I'm leaving my take home at what it's been, the $1,582 per pay. So I'm budgeting $3,164 for paycheck. I'm budgeting $200 for stipends this month, and I'm not sure what reselling is going to do. The last couple weeks, I've really been slacking in the reselling area. It's one of the things I love about reselling as a side hustle is it ebbs and flows. I can do it when I have time and really can put a lot into it. And when other things take priority, like my main job, my family, enjoying time with friends, then I don't have to be as, hustling as much with it. So that's one of the things I love about reselling. However, when you're not putting into it, you're not going to get anything out of it. So I really need to carve out some time in my schedule, but right now I'm going to budget nothing for that. So total income expected in the month of September is $3,364. I have the same fixed expenses. Mortgage and bills will get $800. I split that with my husband. He does pay a bigger portion of that. He makes more money than I do. Union dues. This is the last month that I will not be paying my union dues. It's a good thing I'm doing this no spend month because I have federal student loan coming up, Perkins student loan payment coming up, the union dues is coming up. I mean, and it's the holidays coming up. So very important to do this no spend month now and also to stick to my budget. So then, of course, the life insurance, that is actually going to stop sometime in 2024. So that's really great. And then my car insurance, I did receive a notification. The premium increased. No. Did it increase? No, I don't know if it increased, but my premium has been increasing. And so I just tried to sign on to their website. Their website is down for maintenance. So I'm waiting to see if it's going to go up. Imagine if it goes up, it will only be like $1 or $2, but I'm hoping that it goes back down. The lowest I've ever paid was like $67 and change. So I hope it continues to go back down. So for debt, I have $1,500 budgeted towards the private student loan. That's $750 per paycheck. I really hope that I can do that. I'm going to do my best to stick to that. It's such a big number, but if I continue, we'll get into that in a minute. My credit card, $225, I was using it a lot, so this is what the balance currently is. My federal student loan payment is going to be $75 and change. I talked about that in my private student loan video. You might want to go check that out. I'll link it in the description down below. And I was told in my paperwork that my payment will be due September 22nd, automatically withdrawn from my account. However, there is so much talk that payments don't start till October. So, I mean, I'm going to go by the paperwork that and what my account says in the computer, but I wonder if this might not actually start until October. The money will be there, so I'm just going to let it sit there. My Perkins student loan has nothing for it this month, which means it will probably start in October. However, I did talk about that in the federal student loan payment video about that forgiveness. I did buy myself some stuff for back to school from Lane Bryant. I used coupons. I used the teacher discount. They had a sale. I got a couple things, I think, from the clearance rack. So trying to get all the discounts. I wore some of the clothes already, and well, first of all, if you don't know, my school does not have air conditioning. It is freaking hot. Like, I mean, it just sweat all day. You're peeling your clothes off when you get home. So just to have some clothes that I was really comfortable in. Did I get shorts? No, I got some new t-shirts that were like nice and fresh. So I looked more professional than like, I would not wear this t-shirt. And then I think I did get I got a skirt. So it would look like a skirt. To be more professional looking. Anyway, that was about $90. So I definitely just want to pay that off and be done with it. Okay, so over here at variable expenses, I'll show you how I'm doing all of that tracking. But for the month, I need to look into a new pair of glasses. I do have an appointment coming up. I'm not sure. Last year, my prescription didn't change. I feel like it hasn't changed yet. I have lots of contacts. So I'm just going to need glasses, which I get through Zenny. So my appointment is covered, and then I'm guessing I'll spend about $75 for glasses through Zenny. I cannot get that towards the beginning of the month for two reasons. My appointment is later in the month, so I don't need to budget for that in the first paycheck. And also with everything else, it just worked out better to have it come out of the second paycheck of the month because most of my bills come out of the first paycheck. I also wanted to get a massage, get my hair cut and colored. Well, the massage isn't going to happen right now because the place that we regularly use has closed their doors for good, unfortunately. So I am budgeting $100 here to get my hair cut. I did color it. Probably. I don't know if you can tell. I did color it myself with the box coloring. I do want to get, what is it called? I do want to use purple overtone for brown hair. So I did put that in the budget. However, it is a no spend month, so we'll not be purchasing that this month. But what I'll do is just put that over into my easily accessible savings account so that when I'm ready to purchase, the money will be there unless I need it for something else. Wasn't sure what to do with the rest of the money that was left over in my budget. So this is what I did. I wanted to start putting some money aside for the upcoming months, all the holiday festivities. If you recall, way back in like May or June, I had put money aside to pay for the things I needed to do during the summer with the baby shower, another baby shower, gifts for the showers. And that money is actually still in that savings account. So I think what I'm going to do with this money here is just transfer it over to that account and let it sit there so that I have cash for the holidays. I'm going to try to be very frugal this holiday, but, you still need to have money for the holidays. So that's another video for another time. Let's look at my savings. Over here for my savings, I budgeted $175. That is going to be $50 going to my online Discover savings account. I think that this Discover savings account is going to really be like my emergency fund that I'm building up. Then I have $100 for the 100 envelope challenge. I have $25 going into my car fund. And that's it. I was going to put money toward my nibbling funds. I'll have to talk about that in another video at another time. All right, let's go over here. I'm just going to show you. one more thing. Two more. No, I lied. It's more than one more thing. Okay, so here is where I'm going to track my variable expenses where I use my debit card for my checking account or pay cash. I still want to keep track of all my spending. I want to see what categories I spend in so I can not only analyze and reduce that spending if possible, but also plan for better in the future. Over here in the red, I have variable spending that I put on my credit card. Now, when I'm traveling, I prefer to use my credit card because if it were to get hacked, it's much easier to deal with the credit card than it is to get my cash back. Our credit union is very good. It happened to my husband before and they took care of it. But if it happens on a weekend, you have to wait until the next day that the bank is open, which could be, if it's a Friday night, you have to wait till Monday morning or Tuesday if Monday is a holiday. So I just feel more comfortable to use my credit card for that. That's the tracking that I'll put here. I keep it separate because I don't want to put it under variable expenses and also under a debt payment. That's like double dipping in the wrong direction. And then the last column I have here is an incomplete list of things my hubby pays for. So if there's something that my husband is paying for, mostly for gas and groceries, I am going to try to keep track of that a little bit closer like I did in August because I'm trying to get our grocery budget really this is an area we don't argue about it, but this is an area where we definitely have conversation about it, where I think we can cut back a lot on groceries. My husband's opinion is if he wants something, he's going to get it. And there's some things where he's a chef. So if he wants to try a new recipe, he's going to get the things he needs for that new recipe. I'm not going to complain because I know whatever he makes is going to be super delicious. But for the day-to-day groceries, I do want to get that a little bit more under control. And this is just totally random. How many rolls of toilet paper do you think we have in our house? We are two people with a dog and a cat, so they're not using toilet paper. Comment down below. If you've made it this far, you might as well join in the fun. Comment down below. How many rolls of toilet paper do you think we have in this house? I know this is totally random, but when I give you the answer, you will understand why I'm trying to get things more under control in our grocery spending. All right, so I have a few new things to show you on my budget tracker. So first of all, right up here, you'll see it says roll over, and I have a part for budget and then for the first paycheck. So this, I decided that whatever is left over in my checking account at the end of the month, I'm going to take a portion of that and move it into my easily accessible checking account. That is going to be part of my buffer, and I don't disclose my buffer to you yet. And then whatever I keep in my checking account for my rollover for the month, I am going to include whatever it is on the first paycheck. I don't want to include it in my income because it's not income from that paycheck, but it's rollover. So I originally budgeted nothing to roll over into September, but I do have $225 I'm rolling in to the first paycheck. That does adjust my budget a little bit. Let me go back here and show you. Before I put my rollover in here, you can see that my balance for my budget is 0. And then for my 2 paychecks is 0, which is what you want to see. So now I'm going to put the $225 into the rollover. So now I have $225 in my first paycheck's budget. I'm not exactly sure what I want to be doing with that. I don't know if I want to add it to some of my savings funds. I don't know if I want to put it towards debt. I might just leave it there as another buffer. So we're going to wait to see what my paycheck actually is on September 8th before we do anything with that $225. And then when we budget that paycheck, we'll take a look at maybe making any adjustments. The next section of my budget tracker that I want to show you, let's go up to the very top. I added some rows. 3 things here. So first of all, I have my goals section right here. So for my goals, I have 5 goals for the month. These are goals based on my health and wealth journeys. Of course, I have my no spend month challenge for September. That is definitely a wealth goal, but it does affect my health. Goal number 2 is 8,000 steps and 100 ounces of water each day. Goal number 3 is daily movement. So I didn't want to be specific and say I had to be walking or working out or yoga, just some kind of movement every single day. And I'm also not going to cheat and say, oh, well, I was walking so much at work today, so that's my exercise. No, that was work. Now I need daily movement in the evening. I'm going to dedicate some time to Poshmark and eBay as we get closer to the holidays. This is a time where people are going to start shopping more online, either for themselves to save some money or finding some really good vintage or unique gifts on eBay. So I need to get things listed. And also I want to do a full month for decluttering. And what do I mean by that? I will show you. So this is my declutter tracker. So I really need to update this, but you will see that some are pink, some are white. So every day of the month, that is the number of items I need to declutter. So today is September 1st. I should declutter 1 item. If I do, I will color that square or rectangle in pink, and then so on for the rest of the month. So for the month of September, let's see how many items. 465 items for the month of September is what I need to get a full month. I'm going to really challenge myself. And honestly, since it's a no spend month, I anticipate I'll have some free time to dedicate to that. The next section in the top part here in the purple, you can see it says September, October, November, December. This is where I'm going to make a note of things that need to happen for that month. So I was inspired by Budget Girl. She puts out a video about things to think about for each month of the year. And I thought this is great for planning ahead. So this month I planned for an eye appointment, glasses, purple hair color, and my federal student loan to start. In October, it's our anniversary. We have Halloween. Nibbling number 3 will have made its arrival, and then possibly getting some fall decor, some mums and corn stalks to put out on the front porch. In November, I will have a nibbling birthday that I need to buy something for Thanksgiving. And then remember I talked about taking classes can earn me extra pay. Well, I definitely want to do that in November, because I will be off for a week, 5 days actually, so about a week for Thanksgiving. So I definitely want to be doing that class over that time. And then in December, of course, we have Christmas and New Year's, but in December, I'm also off for a week, so I think that would be a good time to do class number 2. I'll probably do class number 3 over spring break. That will probably be around March or April. And then class number 4, that will give me 12 credits, I will do in June when school lets out. Kind of like makes it a little bit easier, a little less stressful. And then I can get my credits in, submit that, grade report, and then I will get another raise for the following school year. And the last part that I added was some projects, things to focus on, especially doing a no spend month. I want to make sure that I'm being productive, that I'm not just like sitting around or diving down the hole of social media. I want to make sure that while I'm not going out and spending time shopping or walking around and all of that, spending money, that I'm using my time in other areas to be productive. So I want to tidy my yard for the fall, get in my garden ready for the winter kind of thing. I want to create one printable product to sell. I don't know if it will be for here with Budget and Balance or if it will be related to education. I'm going to do one printable product. And then the next 2, my guest room, closet, and dresser. I want to get the guest room situated so that we're ready to host guests. Especially my mom lives at the cottage, but then in the winter she'll come visit. So now that she's retired, she could stay longer. So just want to kind of make that like a comfortable spot for her and any other guests that we have throughout the winter. All right, well, there you have it. That's my budget for September. Don't forget to let me know how much toilet paper you think we have in our house of 2 adults with no children. You can also let me know what you think of the new spreadsheet additions with the rollover, the goals, upcoming expenses, and the project section. And yeah, I mean, and also let me know if you're going to participate in the No Spend Challenge this month. My friend Becky over at the Good Kind of Midlife Crisis, I'll link her channel down below, is also doing a No Spend Challenge. So we are here to support each other and hope you'll join in on all that fun too. All right, guys, I have links down below for you, the things I talked about, the videos, and for my friend Becky's channel. And I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you guys soon.